Hello, yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Najawa's family. We are back here again. You all remember the cases of one of our brothers that were being tied like a cow, which concerned the Iviukwe community. So we have a video here, one of their elder brother or uncle who came all the way from Lagos, Comrade Ukpamen Ozekhome, came out to talk to us on this particular issue. Please help us to share, hit the like button, and let's listen to this together. We are planning to go live again with another one, so I'm on the road, so I'm not going to analyze this that much. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Compatriots, fellow citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and our viewers, depending on the location you are watching us from. You are welcome to our Human Rights TV studio this evening. Nigeria, but what is the time now? Yes, about 12 minutes after 4 Nigeria time. We are presently at the Sanctuary of Justice with prominent indigenes of Iviukwe Community, graciously and ably led by an astute and indefatigable, ever corrosive comrade and elder in the struggle for the emancipation of the raptors and the butlers. His nomenclature is Comrade Ukpamen Ozekhome. Yes. He is going to set the ball rolling on why prominent indigenes of Iviukwe community evaporated and condensed at the Sanctuary of Justice. I think we have to go. Let's start from our most distinguished comrade. That yes, to introduce himself and give the mic to other indigenes of the community to follow suit, and thereafter he tell us why he's here this evening. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, distinguished men of the press. Comrade Ukpamen Ozekhome is my name. And I hand over to the National Secretary General of the Iviukwe Community to introduce himself.
Thank you, sir. I am Comr Party, National General Secretary of Ukwe worldwide, all over the world. We are here in the Sanctuary of Comr. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Comrade Ukpamen Ozekhome, Welfare Iviukwe Community Development Association in the branch.
My names are Andrew Akogura. Your Okui, not the way you go, and then you want to go.
Everybody, my name is Idu Peter Osman from Iviukwe Community.
Yes, the indigenes of the Iviukwe community have introduced themselves. I want to use this medium to present the mic to a very senior comrade to demystify
lucidly why they are here this evening. Thank you. Well, good afternoon. You are all welcome to this press conference. The pleasure is mine. Gallantly in a peacock affirmation to give this press briefing to the whole world. As I said, Comrade Ukpamen Ozekhome is my name. I am one of the esteemed key stakeholders of the Iviukwe community. Having served the community as the General Secretary, as the National Secretary of this noble community for good 11 consecutive years. And I am delivering this media speech on behalf of the sons and daughters of the Iviukwe community, not only based at home, but also based in diaspora. We are here to unanimously demand for the unconditional release of their members from the illegal detention of the Nigerian police. Gentlemen, once again, I recapitulate to welcome you to this epoch-making occasion, which marks a very big milestone in the history of human rights. Today, as you all know, is 24th day of May, 2022. This conference has become very important, very imperative for us to draw the attention of the authorities, especially the federal government, Edo State government, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, and other key stakeholders to the dehumanization, assault, wanton and in connivance with barrister Mike Adolphus Ozekhome, senior advocate, and their supporters, too numerous to make sure they are in here. It has become absolutely critical that we call on these authorities to quickly turn to all our aid and save us from the oppressive hands of the aforementioned person who are very hell-bent on ensuring with shutting us out of human race. God forbid. God should please come and save us from the tyrants and these gods. Although this has been the regular experience, the last 1 week has been especially excruciating for us as a people. It has been a weakening of sporadic shooting, general arrest, and detention of innocent people of our community. Passing DPO in charge of Agenibode Division, Mr. Ojo Ayola. It is very unfortunate, and we are highly flabbergasted, and words alone are not enough to express our disgust, dismay, and disappointment on the Okpagbe of Wano and Ozekhome, who are using the police in Agenibode that are supposed to be the defenders of the common man, have taken side with our oppressors and tore their guns on their harmless community members, including women and children, old and young, are not let out of this dehumanization. The prompt intervention of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, and the AGF, Abubakar Malami San, will be a very highly body if they, as we are making this plan call to come to our aid, especially now that our lives and properties are no longer safe. Your urgent intervention against the calculate will also ensure gallantly the protection of a weaker party to a case before the court, which our oppressors who prejudice with injustice and vow not to allow to run its course. The abduction and treating of our community chairman in the person of Chief Adolphus Ozekhome like common cattle. He was treated like a common cattle and common dog, like a non-entity by some police officers who claim to have gotten this instruction of the Commissioner of Police of Edo Police last Saturday, is to say the least, dehumanizing and uncalled for. Why on head? Again, why on head? Why on head must a man that is highly respected in a very high seat must be put to a state of such a condition? The videos of the inhuman treatment and manhandling of Chief Osimi are still circulating all over the world on various media platforms. For all to see, beside Osimi, Senior High Chief Francis Ozekhome, the rightful head of the Iviukwe Community, and elder brother of Barrister Mike Ozekhome, his two elder brothers and three children have been ravished, were arrested and stay in police custody detention at the state CID as we are talking. Now, and this is known for the disregard and flagrant for the rule of law. And this is highly unacceptable to us and to the entire Iviukwe community, both at home and in abroad. Apart from saying the arrested people are inciting violence in the community, the police also accuse our village youth and men of resisting arrest and destroying some buildings of loyalists of their paid masters. But that is the lie of it all. That is the lie of the millennium. We challenge the police and those who accuse the villagers of causing the mayhem to produce evidence to support their claim. It is all plot, again I repeat, to silence, arrest, and frame those of who are with sundry and allegations that cannot stand the test of time by time. This is a pure case of calling a dog a bad name, only to hang it. We will resist every attempt by the oppressors, by the tyrants, to hang us and take away our ancestral lands. A civil matter that started in the year 2013 over the illegal acquisition of our ancestral land, orchestrated by the traditional head of Wanu Kingdom, George Ushabiegabo, and some members of the community, led by Barrister Ozekhome, has long turned bloody on the sponsorship of these frontline individuals who falsely try to avenge justice by violently intimating the entire community for daring to seek justice through an ongoing suit in the High Court in Akenibode and Fuka, Edo State. We therefore, at this junction, make a clear call to call on the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and the Inspector General of Police to ensure restoration of peace to our troubled community. And direct the police officers who are still there to withdraw their over 1 week stay on the village and allow the justice to process to take its course. As we are talking, over 300 police officers are in rampage in Iviukwe community, shooting sporadically in a very commando style, arresting innocent people from the community and from the Ozekhome family, and destroy properties that belong to the community. Many people, including the community chairman, Adolphus Ozekhome, and High Chief Shino Francis Ozekhome, the elder brother, again I repeat for your hearing, the elder brother of Mike Ozekhome, about 2 or 3 days ago. The imposition of an impostor by the name John Oshobugi as the Ogogbe of Iviukwe village head, following the death of Chief Arubi Okega by the Okumagbe of Uwano, is responsible for the current crisis in the community, apart from the existing conflicts that have for years factionalized the community. Chief Francis Ozekhome is the next Ogogbe and village head of Iviukwe community. And this is according to the tradition of Uwano Kingdom. The second man, he has been the second man in command for many years, for the past years. He has stepped in as the village head on the death of the succeeding one. The Octogenarian of Uwano, George Oshabiegabo, and his agents merely want to scuttle that tradition to hand over the community to his steward with the aim of using him to perfect the sale of our ancestral land to Dangote Fertilizer Company and Mike Ozekhome. The higher police officers have turned themselves to willing tools in the hands of Mr. Ozekhome and Okumagbe of Uwano Kingdom, whistling the water destruction of properties in our peaceful community. Many people have been seriously injured by police bullets. We have all the evidence in our possession by bullets in this ongoing crisis so far. That is what we pray that should not take place. Now it is more the accepting that the youth of our community, whom have been successfully prevailed upon to maintain peace in the face of major intimidation, harassment, and humiliation, are now being accused of destroying police vans and houses of supporters of Chief Egabo. There are claims by the Ozekhome factors and the Okumagbe factors that the community youth are the only ones who have physically assaulted and damaged the police van. Why this action, if true, are not supported by any one of us, we believe it is imperative to bring to your attention the truth of what is occurring with the hope that you may halt the operation now going on in the community and other proper investigation into the truth of what is really on ground or what is occurring and ensure that justice is done under the circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, on this surface, it is seen that our youth are very wayward and out of control, and we are attacking law enforcement officers without cause. This is a blatant lie. It was actually the Octogenarian of one kingdom and Ozekhome's sponsor who wreaked havoc on the community a few days ago, and which is still ongoing now as we are talking. Except a very quick action is taken by the authority concerned of Edo State and that of Nigeria at large. For the past 9 years, since 2013 to be very precise, Iviukwe community has suffered grievously in the hands of these two prominent men of one kingdom. We have suffered under the Royal Highness, His Royal Highness George Oshapiegabo on Mount 31, the former Octogenarian of Wepawano clan and now the ruler committed against us. Chief Barrister Mike Ozekhome, son, who himself is from Iviukwe community and from the Ozekhome family. We are aware that some other members of the community have penciled down for such inhuman and disregarding treatment being meted on Usimi and other people in police detention. This is why we want the authorities to intervene now before it is too late and avoid any breakdown of order. The Iviukwe community, the Ozekhome family, we are all lovers of peace. We respect the law. We give the law a high esteem of respect. We don't want to put the laws in our hands, and that is why we have been calling on the government, on the authority concerned, to waive it at this junction, because it will be too late to cry when the end is soft. Are we going to wait until all the communities are shot, are brought down to the police headquarters here in Benin? Are we going to fold our hands? Are we going to keep quiet and keep silent, keep mute on this dehumanization of the people of the Iviukwe and Ozekhome family? We say no. We say no. Please, and that is a very big place. We humbly and politely requesting for the unconditional release of all those Iviukwe community members, of all the members of the Ozekhome family who are still languishing in detention at the state CID today as we are talking. Over 1 week they are being in detention. Please, we humbly appeal to all the authorities to play your duty, to play your role, which is humanly possible, to put everything at rest. We are not abiding citizens. God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. I just felt like a rat. You tell us your first content.
Thank you very much. Once again, good evening, good day to everyone, wherever you're watching us from. I still remain Imodue Patrick, the General Secretary of Iviukwe Community. What is happening in my community right now is very, very, very bad. It's something that no like right-thinking person in his right sense will ever think that such thing can ever happen to the community under the hands of their paramount ruler, who's supposed to be the custodian of peace in that community. Chief Adolphus Ozekhome was arrested by the Nigerian police force on a purported order of the commissioner of police of Edo State, which we are not sure that the commissioner of police of Chief Ozekhome was arrested and taken to the palace of Okumagbe, where the Okumagbe of Uwano spat on his head. That video, we are still looking for it. They have refused to circulate that video because they know that that video is very, very wrong to spat on the head of a human being. Chief Ozekhome did nothing wrong. What happened was a community crisis. What happened was brothers having disagreements, which we as a community, we have our traditional way we can settle it. In order not to aggravate the issue, in order not to turn ourselves against ourselves, we can settle it. That is what we ask the police to give us the chance, to give us the enabling environment to come together as brothers to settle that case. And meanwhile, if I may tell you that Chief Adolphus Ozekhome was not, I repeat, was not around when the crisis was perpetrated. It was just little children. If some of the videos you mentioned, their name, the little children they were not up to because of the anger. The anger that was in air when somebody who is not in the hierarchy of becoming, who is not even close, who was not even a good drummer at the time, and the community was still mourning, sir. That is the most important thing. We were still mourning, just barely 6 days. 6 days that our traditional head passed on. 6 days our traditional head passed on. Somebody imposed himself on the community. I want to tell you that we are asking, we are demanding for the unconditional release of High Chief FEA Ozekhome, who is the head of our community right now, and other 5 persons, including the chairman of the community, Adolphus Ozekhome, who is also in detention. I want to tell you that for more than a week now, about 9 days, they have been in detention without charge. They have not been charged to court. We are not allowed to see them. We were there to them. We were not allowed to see them on the instruction of the RPO. We are using this period. Please, we are asking for unconditional release of those in detention to allow us to go home. Those are people at home. They are our brothers, so that we can go home and settle. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you said you were not allowed to see the suspects, your brothers who are presently in police custody unjustly. You said you were not allowed to see them today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to use this medium to call on the Commissioner of Police, CP Abutu, to immediately give order for those that are arrested at Iviukwe Community, Etsako East, local government area to be released with immediate effect and alacrity. I want to submit, according to Justice Chukwudifu Oputa, and Justice of the Supreme Court, is stated that justice is not a one-way traffic. And justice is not even two-way traffic. And justice is a three-way traffic. Justice for the victim, justice for the complainant or the plaintiff, justice for the suspect, and justice for the entire society that we belong to. I don't see any reasons why in the 21st century you arrest prominent chiefs, citizens of this great country, Nigeria, for more than 5 days without charging them to court, even or release them unconditionally, conditionally or unconditionally. The position of the law is that a man cannot be detained for more than at least 48 hours if the court is not within jurisdiction. They should be charged to court. Why? Are they now moving anti-clockwise into an obsession state of nature? The life of man is short, brutish, primitive, and solitary. Bandits, kidnappers are everywhere. They have occupied our farmlands in Edo State. The influence of these people into Edo State is unprecedented. And they have not deemed the security agents have not deemed fit to comb the forest and apprehend kidnappers, bandits, elders that are beating the tom-tom of crisis, of crisis that can metamorphose into civil war. But they are not going after innocent citizens over community issues. It was Martin Luther King that committed that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And our life begin to end. We don't become silent about things that matters. When Italy invaded Ethiopia in the 1930s, Emperor Selassie were addressing United Nations Organization said that throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who should have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, and the silence of the voice of justice when it matters most, that made evil to triumph. And Edmund Burke said, "Evil triumph when good men decide to say, I do nothing." An Octogenarian was arrested in the most primitive and barbaric manner, and the chairman of the community was arrested. He was handcuffed and he was tied like a mad goat. What was his offense? He didn't disclose the rationale behind his arrest. We only heard on the video that they are arresting him on the order of the commissioner of police. A man who we believe to be a minister in the temple of justice and upholder of the rule of law, a man that I address as professor of jurisprudence. We want to say very laconically that will demand the immediate release, the immediate and unconditional release of indigenous of Iviukwe community that are presently in police custody. And we want to demand, we want to admonish or want to say that the policemen are free to go to Benin Auchi Road, specifically Uga. That is now the hand that is the service of forest in Edo State to clear that forest so that we cannot be thinking of taking flight from Benin to Ekoma. Enough is enough. Everybody created in the image and likeness of God has the right. The right to personal liberty is guaranteed not only by our domestic law here, by international law. There is presumption of innocence in line with Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Presumption of innocence or to prove it contrary by court of competent jurisdiction. There is the High Court. Where are the courts of competent jurisdiction that say these people are guilty as charged, that we continue to keep them incommunicado? He must say today is burning because of human rights violation, because of injustice meted on some certain persons. Edo State is a very peaceful state. Iviukwe community is a peaceful community. We don't want crisis in the community that will spread like a matter fire to the entire state, that will lead to conflagration that will engulf the entire state, Boko and Boko. Let justice prevail. They say, fear justice shall enter clearly. Let justice be done. Do the heaven force. A clear message to the Commissioner of Police and the Inspector General of Police, Governor Godinova Seki, the Governor of Edo State, and other stakeholders. They will take cognizance, they will take judicial notice of the happenings in Iviukwe community, Etsako East local government area. And we are very, very optimistic that the needful will be done. If the needful is not done, we are also giving another 48 hours again. They are not charged to court. Not charge them to court on trump-up charges. That is the mere or the philosophy of the police. To charge them with trump-up charges that will take them 1 month or 2 weeks, 1 month or 2 months before the DPP issue their advice of no case. Do the needful. You are created in the image and likeness of God. Anything you do as a commissioner of police, have the fear of God. But the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. We heard that the former deputy commissioner of police, AIG Don Ahuna, has joined. So Sabi AIG died yesterday. That shows that you are not in control of your life. God is in control. Act in line with the fear of God. Act in line with the dictate of Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah detests injustice and oppression. Detests man humanity to man. So that at the end, you can sleep with two of your eyes closed. So that if there is any sickness, if there is any sickness, it will once you don't take Panadol or 20 naira, the sickness will go. Because your mind is free. Do everything. Act. Use your office to elevate respect for human rights, not to elevate the violation of human rights. They thank you, and may God bless every one of you. I want to say that the approach you are adopting is the best approach. Very peaceful approach. Don't take laws into your hands. Don't ever think of attacking anybody. But we know that the God of justice is not asleep. The God of justice, the God we serve, will definitely prevail. Thank you, and may God bless you all.